Good morning, evening, night, whenever it is you're watching this video. I'm Celestine slash Eslyn, and I have an announcement to make. My announcement is that I did get into Salem State University, so I'm going to be moving, and I'm going to be moving a lot sooner than I thought I was. I had planned to leave here May 1st to get to Salem the 2nd or the 3rd, but I found a place to live, and the landlord, she couldn't wait that long. She couldn't hold the apartment that long. However, she was willing to hold it until April 15th. And so I'm leaving here April 13th to arrive in Salem on the 15th. And that's pretty exciting and terrifying, but mostly exciting. I'm still kind of, I go through phases of, okay, that's a cool thing that's happening, and I'm excited. And then, 30 minutes later, I'll be like, holy shit, what's happening? Oh my gosh, it's happening. It's real. It is real, and it's happening, and oh shit. But for the most part, I'm good. I have a lot to do between now and then, and including pack, but, sorry, I'm moving my camera closer. But I'm gonna end up not taking most of my stuff because the room that I have now is a fairly large room, and the room that I'm gonna be moving into is not as large. So I won't have room for the massive bookcases, of which I have two. That one that you can see right there is only one. There's another one over there, and then there's a half bookcase right here that you can't see. It's what the TV is sitting on. I have another bookcase here. I have lots of books, guys. But this one is like a half bookcase, but it's actually got a set of drawers on the bottom, and then the bookcase sits on top. And then also I have this cabinet, which also has shelves that I am using as a bookcase on the inside, because I have lots of books, and the books that I have aren't even all the books that I have. All the books that are on these bookcases are not all the books that I have, because some of the books that I have been packed up and are elsewhere because I have a lot of books. So I am unhappy that I will not be able to take all of my books with me. But I have to go. It's time. It's time for me to get out of here. It's time for me to make my own life. It's time for me to be somebody else than the person that I have to be stuck here. It's time for me to be me. It's time for me to be the real me all the time. And so I'm going to tomorrow. My plan is to do some cleaning, try to start getting some of my mess cleaned up, but also to start inventorying the things that I have based on whether I am taking them with me or leaving them here. I have this idea to maybe start selling some things. However, I did a quick look around the room and couldn't see anything that I really wanted to sell, because these are my things, and I love them, and I want to keep them. So that's, I don't know how that's going to work. Although if I could find some things to sell, that would be nice, because that would be more money for me, even if it's just a little bit. And any little bit is going to help, because I'm going to be living in a very expensive part of the country, especially compared to Louisiana, which is where I live now. So, yeah. But my future landlord, my landlord-to-be, she's very, very nice. She has already offered to talk to her former employer about me, about the possibility of me getting a part or full-time job. It's not anything fancy. It's at a probably like a little mom and pop grocery store is kind of what it sounds like. But it's something, and it's something that because what I want is I want something that won't take away from my schoolwork. I want something that is not the kind of work that you bring home with you. which doesn't necessarily mean physically, like actually bringing work home to work on, but you know, some jobs come home with you emotionally. I'm sure doctors and nurses know what I'm talking about. Social workers. Um, Even my work as a birth certificate clerk, when I worked as a birth certificate clerk, a lot of the times I ran into situations that would follow me home because I couldn't stop thinking about some of the situations that I heard about at work that day. So I'm not looking for that. I don't want work that's going to follow me home so that I will be distracted from my schoolwork. So if that's going to be working at a grocery store while I'm in graduate school with 2 bachelor's degrees, you know, that's going to be what it is, and it's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be good work. You know, it's going to pay me. I'm not going to look down my nose at it. Somebody's got to do it, and it might as well be me until I graduate, you know, or until I can't work and do school at the same time. Hopefully, between student loans and hopefully a graduate assistantship that will start in the fall, I'll be able to, um, you know, go to school without working so that I can fully devote myself to my schoolwork, which is what I would really love to do. Um, but we're going to have to see, because I won't know if I get this assistantship until May. But let's cross our fingers for me, everybody who's watching this. And I hopefully should hear something back about the student aid here fairly soon. I don't know. I can probably check the website, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I can probably sign into the Navigator website and maybe be able to find some information about that. My advisor that I'm supposed to get in contact with, I'm supposed to get in contact with the director of my program, who is my advisor, because I am a graduate student, so pretty much the director of the program is the advisor for all the students. But I haven't been able to get in touch with her, and I'm supposed to do that within a month because of being accepted, so that I can talk to her about my plan of study and get all that worked out. So I've called her office and left a voicemail, and I've emailed her, and that's been several days now, and I have not heard anything back either way. What I may do, now that I finally have gotten into my student email account, I may email her from the student account and see if that goes through better. Although I emailed her at my personal email address before and it went through fine, and she answered then, so I don't know, maybe she's out, I don't know. But I have a friend in the graduate admissions office who he told me that if I haven't heard from her in like a week, to get in touch with him, and he would see if he could track her down. So that's good. But yeah, mostly I wanted to make this video and talk about this because I have another video. Actually, I think I have 2 now that are going to be posted pretty soon that talk about getting into SSU. Oh, no, one of them talks about getting into SSU, and the other one talks about that I filmed it before I actually got in. But I did definitely want to film this and make that announcement so that it's clear that yes, I got into Salem State. I am going to Salem State. I am moving thousands of miles away from where I'm currently living. I did want to make that clear before the other video got posted that talks about some of what's been going on since I got accepted. So that's what's going on. I'm going to Salem State, y'all. I'm going to be a Viking. Woo! I'm really excited. I am. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy the other videos on this channel, and if you enjoy some of the other work that I do, which I will link to in the doobly-doo, I will also be linking to my Patreon account so that you can become a patron if you are so inclined. If you do, I would be so appreciative. You have no idea how much it would mean to me for you to become a patron. Not only are you saying that you enjoy and value my work, but you are saying that you want to help me be able to do more of it while I'm living as an adult and attending school. So thank you all. Have a good morning, evening, night, afternoon. Why do I always say those out of order? Bye-bye.